Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your June 2018 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you for joining me today, whether it's your first time or your return viewer subscriber. Thank you, welcome, and I hope the message resonates with you. If you find that it's not, okay, if you're watching this and you're like, none of this is me, I would encourage you to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, and sometimes even your Venus, because those planets may be more prominent in your chart. Just had a little brain fart. But yeah, so if you have any questions about what that means, you can certainly go ahead and contact me. But let's go ahead and get into, oops, my computer. Let's go ahead and get into your reading, okay, guys? The card that represents your current energy is the Six of Wands in reverse, okay? So the Six of Wands represents some type of stagnation because you're able to move on, okay? For some of you, this is unable to move on from a breakup. Others of you are just unable to move on from a relationship. Some of you are just harboring some feelings, or you're just feeling stagnant, especially for my singles. You feel like you're kind of in a rut. Maybe you haven't been on a date in a while, or you just haven't met anybody that you're interested in, okay? For relationships, it can indicate that the feelings are either not there or they're kind of lessening. Okay, this represents that there are issues that need to be addressed. Okay, so whether you're single or not, when you see the Six of Swords here in the reverse, that means in order to move on, you have to address something first, okay? And then you'll be able to free yourself up. So there's something that you're avoiding, something that you're not dealing with. Let's go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Five of Swords in the reverse, okay? So that can indicate that you may be holding on to the need to be right, Capricorn. Okay, does that sound familiar? Has anyone ever said that to you, Capricorns, that you always have to be right? Well, that particular need to be right may be jeopardizing either your relationship or your relationships if you're single, okay? Maybe you broke up with someone and you were wrong about it, okay? Or, you know, maybe in the past you've hurt your relationships because you thought you were right about something and you were not, okay? That need to keep fighting, even when other people have stopped fighting, okay, that need to continue that argument, that may be something that you need to work on. All right, Capricorn, moving on to your challenge for this month, we've got the Six of Pentacles, okay? Why is the Six of Pentacles a challenge for you? Because unequal unions may be an issue, okay? Or the fact that your relationship is an unequal union may be an issue for you. It can also indicate that there may be a lack of understanding. So your challenge in order to move on from the situation is maybe to find a way to communicate effectively, okay? Whether you want to move on from the relationship or just move on from the issues, you guys have to learn how to communicate. And with the Six of Pentacles, it could be the fact that maybe one person is like their way or the highway, okay? What else can I say about the Six of Pentacles? No, I'm going to go ahead and clarify that position. Let me clarify it. We get the Queen of Cups in the reverse, okay? Queen of Cups can indicate that if you're in a relationship, or even if not, you may be seen as sort of a drama queen, okay? You're either overly emotional or detached from your emotions completely, all right? And so your challenge, once again, I think it goes back to this whole Five of Swords energy about being right, okay, about being in your feelings and thinking that, you know, what you say works. Now, this may be the energy of your partner, okay? So if it is your partner's energy, then that's what you're dealing with. But Capricorn, I feel like this is your energy right now, and you are causing either a rift in your relationship, okay, or you're just seen or known by others as someone who tends to be very dramatic in their relationships. And your challenge is to kind of get over that, okay? Your challenge is to find a way to be more fair and balanced in your relationships and with the people that you deal with, okay? Moving on to the past energy, we've got the Two of Pentacles, okay? So the Two of Pentacles represents a time where you made some type of choice, okay, or decision. Maybe you were trying to juggle a work in relationships, or you were trying to juggle two people. Let's go ahead and clarify. And we've got the Three of Wands. Okay, so you may have made a decision to move on from something or someone because you felt like you were tired of waiting. You lost hope in a situation. You were frustrated. You felt like you were waiting on something that was not coming. Okay, and you might have been wrong. For some of you might have been absolutely right. Some of you may have been wrong, and you are unable to move past this because instead of admitting that you were wrong, you're still arguing why you did what you did or why you felt the way you felt. You're still trying to justify whatever you did. And if this decision you made was based off of your emotions, especially if you tend to be the Queen of Cups in reverse when you get upset, then it may not have been necessarily a clear choice, right? A clear decision that was made. So that's going to resonate with somebody. Moving on to your future position. Excuse me. We have the Five of Cups, okay? This represents focusing on what was lost. This is sadness. This is heartbreak. Feeling like all is lost, but really it isn't, because this person is not even seeing that there's two cups here, that there's still hope left in the situation, okay? But this is about feeling hopeless, even though you really shouldn't, okay? Moving on to clarify that, and we've got the Knight of Swords. So this could be a situation where, even though you're feeling remorse over what happened, okay, there can still be a situation where something happens suddenly, okay? The Knight of Swords is about quick movement, sudden, something happens, someone coming in suddenly. Someone may see you and be like, oh, you know, I'm going to save this person, this sad, you know, could be the ex, could be the person that you cut off in the first place. The Knight of Swords can represent someone who's an Aquarius or a Capricorn. But this can indicate a whirlwind romance, okay? If not, it can indicate two people working through their issues, all right? The Knight of Swords is about communication, so maybe you guys are able to find a way to communicate your issues, all right? Moving on to what you want. Okay, Ten of Swords. I'm pulling another card right now. I'm not even going to start this explanation until I see what else is going on. Okay, the Ten of Swords, and then we got Judgment in reverse. So if some of you would like to end a situation, some of you felt like you made, now this is going to go both ways. Some of you felt like you made a bad decision and by being in this relationship, and you're going to end it. For others of you, I feel like you made a bad decision by ending a relationship, okay? Now, also with the Ten of Swords here, I think that for those of you who would like to end it, there's a little bit of vindictiveness going on here. And I'm also jumping ahead because I see the Page of Swords in reverse in your internal factors. So I think that some of you, not only do you want to end the relationship, but you also want some sort of revenge. It's almost like you're very spiteful and you want revenge because maybe you felt like this person hurt you, okay? And you want them to hurt like how you hurt, all right? You feel like you made a decision, it was a bad decision, and now because you let this person in, whatever they did to you, you want to pay it forward. You want to give it back, all right? Now for others of you, like I said, I mean, when you see the Ten of Swords, there's really nothing else to see except it's just the end, okay? And like I said, if you do not want to end things, you're feeling vindictive over a situation in your relationship, okay? You're feeling vindictive and you kind of want to get back, okay, or payback. Judgment in reverse could be payback to someone for something that they did, okay? Now, move on to what your internal factors are. We have the Page of Swords, which is spitefulness, okay? The Page of Swords can represent mind games. If that's not the case, then it can represent that you're ignoring the red flags in a relationship. Okay, the Page of Swords can also indicate that there is a lack of understanding and communication between the two of you, or your communication right now may not be that clear. Okay, Capricorn, and so that is something that you do need to work on, especially if you tend to be communicating the same point over and over again. It's time to change that up. Moving on to clarify that now, we get the King of Pentacles. So besides the fact that you seem to be fighting mad, biting, spitting, cobra mad, all right, you're like a, is it a cobra that I'm thinking of? Yes, a king cobra snake, ready to strike, okay? You're ready to get back and just stick it to someone. But on top of that, besides that, aside from that, you want to be secure in a relationship, okay? You want a relationship that's slow and steady. You want that feeling of being complete and happy and secure in a relationship. For some of you guys, either you want this feeling, some of you guys may have a Virgo or a Leo on your mind. But for others of you, you may want to get back at someone who is the King of Pentacles, okay? And so for some of you, you seem to be very consumed. I'm sorry it's not funny, but I can't help but laugh with just like getting back at somebody. So whoever pissed off this Capricorn, I feel sorry for you because not only are they thinking about getting back at you and hurting you, but they want to do it. It's like it's in two different, as above, so below. That's going on. That's all they're thinking about. But thankfully, Capricorn, it does look like in the future that you're able to find some type of common ground, that you may realize that you were hasty at some point and you're remorseful about how things went on and you and this person are able to communicate. So that's a good sign, so we all make mistakes, so if you make a mistake, God forbid Capricorns make a mistake. And I'm also kind of talking to myself because I'm a Capricorn rising, so I get it. And I'm laughing because some of this is very, it's very much me, especially like I'm a Pisces with a Capricorn rising, so drama queen, that is me holding on to a point, proving a point, that's me, definitely. I tend to think of getting people back, but I'm not really one to act on it, so that's why I'm laughing. Go ahead now, let's move on to your advice for the reading, and we get the Four of Pentacles, okay? The Four of Pentacles is about keeping to your damn self, Capricorn. Don't go after anybody. Don't be hasty. Don't make any rash decisions. Don't plan and plot on how to make your ex jealous or how to make them feel the loss of of not being with you. Or don't try to get back at your spouse or your lover for something that they did. Keep to yourself, all right? Now, on top of that, if you've been hurt or if you feel like someone hurt you, then it's time to guard your emotions from that person. It's time to guard yourself, okay? It's okay every now and then to take a step back and say, okay, hold on, I'm not going to engage, or I'm not going to allow this person to hurt me again. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? And I feel like that's where you're at right now. If you're in a new relationship or if you've just met someone, it's about not sharing too much too soon, okay? Not giving away too much of yourself. And also, the Four of Pentacles is about focusing on yourself. Focus on your healing. Focus on what you need to do to get back to you, okay? And to get out of this need to get revenge or to be spiteful to someone because of something that happened. Especially if you've made a mistake or if you're unfairly judging the person for what has happened, all right? Moving on to the external factor, and we've got Justice. So whatever is going on right now is definitely karma, okay? Whatever happened in the past, this is just things playing themselves out. There's really nothing you can do about it. It's up to the universe. It's in the universe's hands. It's karma. It's either, for some of you, you could be dealing with a Libra, all right? But if you're not dealing with a Libra, then it is basically things that were put into effect, whether it was your actions or whether it was the actions of this other person. So if they did hurt you, if they did do something, everything that happens now is just a consequence of their actions, okay? That's what this Justice card is saying to us. Clarify that. Clarify the Justice card. Let's go ahead and do that. And we get the Two of Swords in the reverse, okay? So the Two of Swords in the reverse can indicate that somebody is seeing you in a different light. And maybe they're realizing that they made a mistake. They're realizing how they felt about you. So where you want to hurt this person, some of you want judgment in reverse. So you want things to go back because you feel like there was a mistake made somewhere. And maybe this person is realizing that they did make a mistake. And they're realizing that they do have feelings for you, okay? And they may be trying to figure out how to come back to you, especially, you know, how do I approach this viper? That's what I wanted, not a cobra. I was thinking about a viper. How do I approach this viper that's just ready to like sting me every time I try to talk to them, and every time I send a communication, they send me back this crazy you know, I text them and they text me back, die bitch. Like, I don't know what to do, excuse my language. But so for those of you who have recently ended a situation or something ended badly between someone that you felt like you were wasting your time on, and you walked away from this person, and even though you did, you're thinking about how you can get back at them. They are maybe trying to figure out how to come towards you because they realize that they actually have feelings for you. They're realizing what their feelings for you are, okay? Where before they were probably in denial about the situation. So it seems like the both of you may be in a situation where you were ignoring some things about this relationship. For my long-term relationships, could be that somebody wants to propose, okay? With the Justice card, there could be marriage. Someone is probably trying to figure out how to propose to you. Even though maybe after an argument or after a rough patch, this person is like, look, you're who I want to be with, and they're going to try to figure out. So that's why you should heed the advice of the reading and kind of keep to yourself right now and just like kind of sew your mouth up if you can. All right. Put your phone down. Don't respond to text messages. Just take a time out, take a chill pill, and see where things go. Because it looks like you may wind up just getting what you want, despite the fact that you want to chop somebody's kneecaps off. All right. Going on to your hopes and your fears. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So for some of my Capricorns, I think you fear that you're going to you fear more stagnation, basically. You fear loss of focus. You fear waking up one day and realizing that what you have is not what you want. So if you're in a relationship where you are ignoring some red flags, then you deal with these issues, confront them. Okay, if you've been letting things go on for too long without confronting them, you need to, because you are afraid that you're going to wind up with somebody who's really not the right person for you. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify that. And we got the Death card in the reverse, okay? Which is like, when I see death in reverse, it's not only is it stagnation and resisting change, but it's about faking it, okay? The Death card is about a relationship, clinging to a relationship that is just not working, okay? For the sake of being in a relationship or whatever it is, but that is essentially faking it. All right, so that is your fear, Capricorn. And so it would make sense to address any issues that you have now. And it looks like you will, okay? So let's go ahead and move on to the outcome. Outcome of this reading, Six of Cups in reverse. It's you holding on to negativity from the past, holding on to negative emotions, or holding on to feelings from the past, thinking of how things could be, thinking how things used to be. It's also about some of these issues that you've been avoiding just coming to the surface. So whether you want to or not, I think justice is stepping in and some things are going to be resolved. Whether you bring them to the forefront, it could be the other person that realizes that these things need to be addressed in order for you guys to move forward, especially if you've been reacting very negatively recently, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify that. We've got the Nine of Wands because you're tired. You're at a point where you're just like, look, you're so tired. You're finding problems where there are no problems, okay? For some of you, this is paranoia. You're attaching things that happened in the past to things that are going on now, and you're not necessarily right about it. Okay, because you're seeing issues where there are no issues. So if that's this energy here with this Five of Swords and you being stuck, you're stuck on something that happened previously and it's not fair. Okay, it's not fair That's what the Six of Pentacles is saying to us. You're not being very fair right now, Capricorn. So it's time to, like I said, take a break. All right. Fix yourself, heal yourself, guard your heart if you need to. See what's going on with this other person. Let them come to you, okay? Don't go chasing after anyone. Don't go trying to hurt anybody's heart, whether you feel like they deserve it or not, because you may not even be right, okay? Now, for some of you, the Nine of Wands can indicate that you've just dealt with a lot and you're tired, all right? You're done. You feel like, okay, I've done all that I can do in this situation and I just can't do anymore. All right, so that is your reading, Capricorn. Like I said, if any of this resonates and you want to take it further, you can either order the extended reading where I pull some more clarifiers for certain positions in the reading, or you can order a personal reading, and I'll have all that information. It should just pop up on your screen right now, but there's an eye icon on the right hand side of your screen or in the description box below the video. You can also email me at divinelovetarot@gmail.com if you would like a personal reading. All right, guys? So, Capricorn, take a breath, take a breather, take a break. And I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Capricorn.